Okay, welcome. Today we are starting with Beacon Pines again, beginning with Chapter 3.
Finding a friend. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
I finished jarring a mess of jam last night. So that'll need to get delivered into town today. Okay. So what did you and Rollo get up to yesterday? Oh, nothing interesting. Hello? Calm down. No, of course it was the right thing to do. I'll start gathering the folks. I'll be right there. Are you sure there's nothing you want to tell me about yesterday? Anything I want to tell you? Not really, we just sort of ran around a bit.
Gran's brow furrowed. She let out a long sigh. Her voice was quiet and even.
I have to go take care of something. You are to stay in this house for the day. Under no circumstance are you to leave. What? If I'm not back by dinner, there's stew in the icebox. But nothing. You are to stay here, understand? Yeah. Say it. I'll stay here till you get back. Good. Well, that was strange.
Luca was desperate to check in with Rollo. Until Gran returned, he was trapped. A faint electronic sound floated in the air.
Is that coming from upstairs? Hello? Is anyone there? Hello? Rollo, is that you? Over. Strange. Oh, hey, Roxy. If this is about me, accidentally kicking you yesterday, is Rollo here? No? Look at me, Luca. This is serious. Is Rollo here? No, I haven't seen him since yesterday. Rollo didn't come home last night. What?
A pit formed in Luca's stomach.
Where was the last place you saw him? We were playing around in Weepwood, and then it was late and we went home. Weepwood, if he's alive, I'm going to kill that little creep. Is there anything else? Anything that he said?
Luca's mouth felt dry.
No, we were just messing around. Okay. We need to let people go. I need to go to let people check the woods. You just say out of trouble. Go see if he's hiding in the library or something.
Luca could feel his heart beating in his throat.
Rollo. Where are you? Hey, Bert. You seen Rollo? Nope. I've mostly been talking to clipboards. They're setting up lots of stuff for the festival. One said he had some answers to process. I told him that was fine. I'll wait right here till he gets back. We really need to get back to work. Just a couple more minutes. If Roxy said she will be here, then she'll be here. I just don't know why I'm standing around, doing nothing, waiting for Roxy. When I could be standing around, doing nothing, getting paid for it. Come on, Lumi. Roxy needs our help. Yeah, well, good intentions don't qualify as legal tender. Tender. Ugh, my parents wouldn't listen. No offense, but is Rollo always getting into trouble? Something feels different this time. What can we do to help? We need to check where the adults aren't. So I guess it's up to us to check Weepwood. Our shift doesn't end for a couple of hours. We could spend the time making posters. That would be great. I guess. Right, Fitz and I will check Weepwood. We'll be back later to pick up the posters. I think my dad has a map of Weepwood. Let's swing by my house and grab it before we head out. Hey, Dawn. Is it true about Rollo? Yeah, he didn't come home last night. I wonder if it's connected. Connected to what? I was checking in on reports about increased activity around town. What sort of activity? Windowless trucks, mechanical noises, and strange lights. Your typical shady stuff. Who would be doing all of that and why? Well, I have a few leads. The Valentine family is always suspicious. Perennial Harvest certainly has the resources. Do you have any idea where Rollo could be? The best place to start looking is where the trail went cold. Where did you see him last? We were in Weepwood, right by Valentine's fertilizer. I'll check out Weepwood when my shift ends. I do my best work at night. What is this about a missing child? I must stress the situation is completely under control. It just seems so terrible. And you're sure there's nothing we can do to help? Nonsense, young Mr. Cotter will turn up safe and sound, I am certain. You just focus on settling in. I trust my sister has supplied you with suitable lodging. Oh yes, Miss Valentine has been more than accommodating. We were just telling our daughter, Beck, that... Now where did she run off to? His eyes went wide in disbelief. What do you mean vanished? That's impossible. Oh my. He doesn't even see the danger he's in. Hey Griffin, has Rollo been by? Haven't seen him all day. I'm sure he'll show up safe and sound. When he does, tell him there's a strawberry chocolate double scoop waiting for him on the house. He'll like that. Hey Yelson. History Museum. It's laughable, really. Did you happen to see Rollo in there? No, just the shadow of a family. Clinging on to a town, clinging on to the past. Cling. Feel free to check for yourself, but don't expect to have your mind blown.
We all know Beacon Pines is a great town. What you may not know is great towns grow from mighty roots. And that is why you cannot tell the story of Beacon Pines without telling the story of one Sharper Valentine. Young Sharper's keen intellect and strong moral fiber led to a grand vision. A vision of a community dedicated to a better tomorrow. In his own words, a better tomorrow is within our grasp, but it requires a singular mind to harness it. Lucky for us, he decided to grow that vision here in Beacon Pines. And how does one grow a better tomorrow? With fertilizer, of course. Valentine's Fertilizer Company became the lifeblood of a town yearning for purpose. But then tragedy struck, a scientific experiment gone wrong. An accident which took Sharper away from us far too soon. To this day, we struggle to pick up the pieces. But one foul harvest isn't enough to stop the people of Beacon Pines. The spirit of Sharper Valentine lives on. It lives in the hearts of everyone with a dream for a better tomorrow. Together, we will follow his example and grow a bountiful future. Paid for by the Valentine family and the Valentine Fertilizer Company Remembrance Fund.
That was unhelpful.
Kato volunteered at the library during the summers. He wasn't very social, so he'd dedicate each summer to becoming an expert in a single subject, making him a reliable source of very particular knowledge. If you were to ask Kato something he didn't know, he'd escape into the dusty old bookshelves and return with just the right thing.
Hey, Kato.
Kato was lost in his reading. Luca crooked his neck to see the title, Introduction to Melitology.
Oh hey Luca, you snuck up on me. Good book? Don't know, just started it.
He gestured to the shelves.
I'm really running out of books I haven't read yet. So it's now on to the wonderful world of bees. Turns out bees are pretty cool. For instance, did you know that 70% of species actually live in underground tunnels? Or that if there are 2 queens in a hive, they will fight to the death for supremacy. Fight. That's interesting, but you haven't seen Rollo around recently, have you? Not since yesterday. Keep an eye out for him, okay? Sure thing. If I see him, you'll be the first to know. Hey, Jace. Oh, hey, Luca. Did Rollo come by? Nope. I was actually surprised. He's usually here early on days when a new issue drops. Rollo's the biggest Hank Atomic fan I know. Besides myself, that is. Well, if he does swing by, tell him to meet me where you know where. I don't know where. No. He knows where. Ew. Roger that, Space Cadet.
There were rarely any actual new additions. Simply a variety of existing content rotated into the front display each week.
Not fooling anyone. What sort of monster puts candy behind a locked door? Oh yeah, Mr. Nuncreed works weird hours sometimes. Of course he does. How about you? When do I work? No, what's your name? Luca Van Horn. You're new here? Yep, not by choice.
Beck's family moved often, giving her little time to establish any real connections. She would tell you she prefers it that way.
I'm looking for my friend Rollo. He didn't come home last night. So he's missing? I guess so. Like, missing? Does that sort of thing happen a lot around here?
Luca shifted his feet uncomfortably.
Well, that sucks. Yeah. So, I should probably get going. Hey, wait up. What?
Beck pulled a coin from her pocket.
I'm coming with you. What? So says the unlucky penny. Unlucky? Yep, well, technically, if it lands on heads, leave this kid to find his friend alone. But I always do the opposite. Oh, that's kind of like me and Rollo. I guess Rollo is my unlucky penny. That settles it. A person should never be without their unlucky penny. Let's go find him. The name's Beck. Pleasure to meet you, Beck. I suppose I could use some help. Try to keep up. Dang, they boarded up the way in.
Luca felt a chill as he approached Beck. Her eyes were locked on the strange green liquid. The nearby grass was coated in a fine layer of frost.
Is this sort of thing normal around here? Because puddles of glowing ooze are definitely not what I expected in this place. I have no idea what that stuff is. Well, the next obvious step is science. And what does science suggest? Poke it with a stick.
Luca watched as Beck dipped a broken tree branch into the Beck's eyes widened as flowers grew from the dead wood. First small buds, which quickly bloomed into vibrant petals.
What the? Cool.
As quickly as they had grown, the flowers began to shrivel and turn gray. Beck dropped the stick with a grunt of disgust.
You okay? But the science tells us this gunk is weird as hell. Yeah, it seems dangerous. Hey Tish, look what the cat dragged in. Yup. I don't have time for this right now, Iggy. Oh, don't say things like that. It hurts Tish's feelings. Ain't that right, Tish? Yep. She looks fine to me. Why, hello. I don't think we've been properly introduced. Iggy's the name. This is my compatriot, Tish. Yep. You've probably heard of us. Can't say that I have. I'll forgive you just this once on account of you being new around here. Would you like to hang out with this stud? Or why would you like to hang out with this stud? He seems pretty alright. Iggy, why do you have to be so... you? Has he even told you that his parents skipped out on him? Shut up. It's true, they got tired of having such a pathetic kid and left him. Iggy, I'm only gonna say this one time. Don't talk about my family. Look who well has grown a backbone now that a girl's around. First, his pops croaked. Then his mom couldn't take it anymore and bounced.
Iggy took a step towards Luca, his sneer lit by the glowing puddle. Beck could see tears welling in Luca's eyes, his fists clenched. Some things about Beacon Pines were very different from the city. But a bully from a hayseed town is really no different from a city bully. Beck took a deep breath and thought.
Well, it's time to bust out the... strange.
Well, time to bust out the strange.
Alright, Luca, it looks like you need a little mud bath. What's wrong with you, new kid? We're about to pound your friend.
Beck stared in silence, the only sign of life being the twitch of an eye.
It's weird when people don't talk. Yep. Stop being such a weirdo. Hello, are you some kind of wackadoo? Makes sense, wackadoos travel in packs. Eh, Dud?
At the sight of Iggy taunting Beck, something in Luca snapped. Iggy's smirk shifted to a look of shock as Luca launched himself into his stomach. Iggy's clothes were drenched in the glowing ooze.
Uh-oh. You jerk, my clothes are ruined. I'm gonna...
Iggy's voice began to slur as he struggled to get up.
I don't feel so good. Health. I'm sorry, I just... Oh, poop. Yup. That was intense. Iggy's gonna be okay, right? Nothing about this seems okay.
The person at the warehouse. The strange ooze and what it did to Iggy. Was Rollo caught up in all of this?
We have to find Rollo. You took the words right out of my mouth. Whoa there, little buddies. You startled me. What in the dickens are you up to in this part of town? We were just helping look for Rollo. Oh, you haven't heard the good news? Rollo showed up safe and sound a bit ago. Really? So where was he? It's funny, really. He just got a little turned around in the woods. It can be disorienting, you know. I'm starting to get that impression. Rollo's at his house now getting some well-deserved rest. Well, that's a relief. You two should scurry along before you get lost yourselves. Yeah, come on, Beck. I can't wait to introduce you to Rollo. Oh, that reminds me. Luca, your grandmother was looking for you. She was. She was worried sick. You should march straight home. I guess. Beck, your folks might be getting worried too. I'll walk you home. I need to talk with Nellie about work anyway.
Beck glanced toward Luca.
I guess all's well that ends well. I'll introduce you to Rollo tomorrow. Sure. Glad he's okay.
Rollo was safe. A wave of relief washed over Luca, which was quickly replaced by a sense of dread. Gran is going to kill me. If he hurried, he might just make it home before sundown. Chapter 4. Our harvest awaits. Luca took a deep breath and gingerly opened the door, steeling himself for Gran's wrath.
Gran? Home. Everything's fine. Gran? No, I wasn't supposed to go anywhere. I was just helping looking for Rollo. Gran, Roxy came over. She was worried about him. I figured you wouldn't mind if I helped to look for him. It turns out Rollo was safe and around.
Luca was alone. The house was empty.
The Gran's not back yet? Guess that's a good thing. Nothing to do now but sleep, I guess.
Luca was sitting by the pond, listening to small waves lap against a rock. His father sat in a folding chair in front of him. Without turning, he spoke. "Why don't you grab me some nice bait?" "Sure thing, Dad." Luca hopped over to the tackle box and popped open the lid. Inside was a rolling, buzzing mass. "We're fishing with bees?" Luca's father gave a warm chuckle. "Well, you catch more fish with bees than honey. Pick us out a good one." Luca closed his eyes and plucked out a bee. He could feel its wings struggle between his finger and thumb. Holding it at arm's length, he hurried over. His father deftly baited the hook and examined his work. "Interesting choice." With a practiced flick of the wrist, the line buzzed in a graceful arc. The water accepted it without a splash or ripple. The wrong choice, but I respect it. The pond began to freeze over. "Sometimes we gotta make the wrong choice before we can make it right." Pallid ice propagated across the still surface with an alarming speed. Luca scrambled back as the ground beneath him turned cold. "Dad, I don't understand." "Sorry, kiddo. Understanding isn't always part of the deal." The relentless ice shot through the fishing line toward his father.
Dad, look out!
His father casually wound the reel. None of it's your fault, you know. Never was.
Dad, we have to go! Luca grabbed his father's shoulders, trying to pull him away. Please, you have to run! The ice crackled as it spread across his father's hands.
That's the thing about fishing, Luca. His chest began to crystallize. You toss your hook in, and you never know what you're gonna pull out.
A shock of searing cold ran up Luca's arms. He gave one last desperate tug. The chair tipped backwards in a single frozen mass. Luca tried to stop the momentum, but it was too late. He watched the icy form of his father slam into the hard ground, shattering into 1,000 pieces that crowded around his feet. Dad, I don't understand. What does all this mean?
The gentle rustle of leaves was the only reply. Luca's eyes struggled to focus on the walkie-talkie.
Rollo?
Faintly, he could hear Rollo amongst the noise.
Rollo, is that you? Rollo, it's the middle of the night. Luca, thank God. Listen, I don't know how long this thing will work down here. Down here?
Rollo's voice was coming through more clearly now. But some words were still just static.
Listen to me, someone grabbed me yesterday. What? The man in the hazmat suit? It was... took me to some sort of... I think I'm underground. Underground? Are you okay? Kinda. They seem more interested, for now, at least. Mr. Kerr said you made it back home safe. Kerr? No. Russ. He's... Hold on, somebody's coming.
The signal went silent.
Rollo? Rollo, where are you?
Luca held still, waiting for a response. His pounding heartbeat marking the passage of time.
Okay, I think they're gone. Getting worse. I can barely hear you.
Rollo's voice began to fade.
Losing signal. Not much time. Mission control. We need to blank the treehouse. The treehouse.
With that, the signal died for good.
What was he trying to say about the treehouse? At the treehouse. The antenna. He wants me to use the antenna to get it in the treehouse to get a better signal. Rollo, you're a genius.
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and sprinted to the treehouse.
Luca heard a group of footsteps approaching.
He dashed behind the bushes to avoid being spotted.
We all understand our roles. You can count on me. I still think we need more time. This wasn't the original plan.
Mr. Tolliver paused, shifting his eyes to one side.
We're all in danger now. I, for one, refuse to sit idly by while that danger persists. Use. Just keep your wits about you.
Mr. Tolliver took one long, quiet breath.
You're right, you can count on me. I just wish we could have made that deal with Eris Valentine. Her resources would still come in handy. As I said, I had no time to contact her after your call this morning. Plans change. How is Luca holding up? He's fine. We shouldn't lose sight of the fact this is all... I know very well what all of this is for. We have no choice. Operation Sparkplug has a new objective. Are we in agreement?
The three shared a determined look.
Good. We'll reconvene after the festival. Ran. Why are you meeting with Mrs. Fratelli and Mr. Tolliver late at night? Hey, Luca. Ah! Dawn, you scared me. How long have you been there? Just a few minutes. Earlier today, I saw Mr. Tolliver and your Gran enter the diner together. When my shift was over at the newsstand, they still hadn't left. So I used the greatest tool any investigative reporter... time. When they left, I tailed them here. What do you think they're up to? Whatever it is, they seem organized and determined. They mentioned the festival. Yeah, I heard that too. Has your Gran been doing anything different recently? Anything strange? She got a phone call this morning and then rushed out the door. A call from Hiram Tolliver, it seems. She was either furious or terrified. Or both. Luca, be careful out there. I think we might be in the middle of the scoop of a lifetime. I will. Aren't you coming out? No, I'm gonna stake out here for a bit longer. See you, Luca.
The road leading to Beacon Pines was long and uninspiring. A sort of natural barrier for the impatient.
Rollo, are you there? I'm at the treehouse now, Rollo. Mr. Kerr said you were all right. What happened out there? Dang it, Rollo, where are you? Who's there?
Luca could only see a cloaked shape behind the rocket.
I've got weapons in here. You better come out right now.
He strained to hear as a muffled voice began.
Weapons? How could you hurt something that's already dead?
Fear gripped Luca's throat.
Who are you? What, you don't recognize me? I guess I don't even recognize myself anymore.
Luca stared at the ground for a moment, trying to place the dampened voice. The figure shifted slowly from behind the rocket, revealing itself to Luca.
I'm a monster. And now they hunt me like the beast I am. Iggy?
Luca reached over empathetically. Iggy's tone jolted to dejected anger.
Don't touch me. This is all your
Luca
fault.
slumped to the ground, overwhelmed by guilt.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I lost control. You couldn't control yourself for a second. And I get to be like this forever. There must be a way to fix this. Oh, you're gonna be my savior? Perfect little Luca saves the day. With his positive attitude and power of friendship. None of this matters. There's no time. They're after me. They chased me all through Weepwood. I only came in here to hide. Hide from who? Who's after you? Rollo? It's not safe, Luca. Rollo, where are you? The treehouse. I'm at the treehouse, Rollo. Where are you? No, Luca, the treehouse isn't safe. They said they were going to the treehouse. I was trying to tell you to stay away from the treehouse. Who said they're going to the treehouse? The clipboards. What did I tell you? These perennial harvest wackadoos are after me. They've been chasing me, yelling questions at me. What sort of questions? They were saying all the same stuff they always do, but it's different now. Less asking, more threatening. We're gonna figure this out, Iggy. Yeah, well, thanks. Crap, they found me. Don't panic. You stay here and I'll see what they want. Hello, Mr. Van Horn. We would love to hear your thoughts. Do you have time for an informal chat? We'll be brief. Your time is valuable to us. Be down in just a second. We have a problem. Luca, you gotta get out of there. Who's out there? Is it them? Yeah, it's the clipboards. A bunch of them. How many? Maybe all of them? And yeah, you're right. They're saying the same stuff with a creepy knob cranked to 10. Might young Iggy be present? We would love to hear his thoughts. Run!
Iggy slumped to his knees.
I don't know what to do. I'm just so tired. Luca, what do we do?
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and headed for the window.
Follow my lead.
Luca and Iggy climbed up the back of the treehouse to its roof, where Rollo had constructed his MCDC, the Mission Control Defense Cannon. From behind the crowd of clipboards, William Kerr strode forward, a warm smile on his face.
Iggy, there you are. You gave us a heck of a scare. Go away. Just leave me alone. Oh, I'm sorry, Iggy, but no can do. Don't worry, though. We're here to help. Help? Then why are you chasing me? Luca, can you talk some sense into your pal here? Just look at him. He's not well. What's wrong with him? What did that gunk do to him? Well, that's a pretty honking big question, Luca. All you need to know is that he's sick. He's real sick, Luca. I just need you to let us up there and take care of him. You told me Rollo was okay and he was back at his place resting. He is. Poor fella got a little lost. That's a lie. That's a hurtful thing to say, Luca. I thought we were buddies. Why? Because he lets you ramble on like a wackadoo? Nobody likes you, creep.
Kerr's smile faltered.
Why don't you pop on down here so we can have a face-to-face? Yelling like this is going to give us all a heck of a sore throat. And who wants that?
Luca's grip tightened on the MCDC.
What did you do to Rollo, you liar? Oh, shucks, Luca. I was only a teeny tiny fib I told you that he was home. He is resting, and he is perfectly safe. For now, at least. What happens to him next is up to you, Luca. Look around. You're in quite the pickle, and I'm the only person in the world who can help you. You get to decide how this ends.
Luca's mind raced. He was caught in a trap. What do you do when there's no hope? Iggy wiped his cheeks with a sleeve. What are you gonna do, Luca? Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Fight. He swung the mission control defense cannon around, aiming it confidently at the smirking face of William Kerr.
Hey, Mr. Kerr.
Luca summoned his most insolent demeanor.
Rollo sends his regards. Hey. That was uncalled for, and a little more than rude. And just plain unsanitary. Luca, I really did think we were good pals. What a shame that it's come to this.
Kerr turned his back on the two boys.
End this.
With a nonchalant wave of the hand, he made his exit. As the clipboards began to slowly advance on the treehouse, Luca looked to Iggy with resignation in his eyes. The end. That escalated quickly. Maybe discretion was the better part of valor here.
Oh, apparently I've chosen unwisely.
Let's put a pin in this for now. Well, time to bust out the tickles.
Hey Tish, want to see something cool? Nope. Check it.
Beck lunged forward and began to tickle under Tish's arm.
What the? Tish, is she tickling you? Yup. Hey, yup.
Tears began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasped for breath between gales of laughter. Beck redoubled her efforts until Tish finally had had enough.
What just happened? She seems nice. Sorry for the interruption. I think you were just threatening us.
Iggy's eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered.
I just remembered. I have somewhere to be. See you around, new kid.
Iggy kicked at the puddle before making his escape.
Whoa. What a little creep. Oh, Beck, I think you got a little ooze in your hair.
Beck shook the ooze out of her hair as best as she could.
Is it bad? It depends what you're having. What are your feelings about having a more refined, mature look? Oh, God.
Chapter 4. The Best Policy. Luca paused for a moment, catching his breath. He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he already managed to drag her into this mess. Hopefully he could make it up to her. But finding Rollo was his primary concern.
Luca, what the hell are you doing out here? And why did a kid with gray hair just run past us in a panic?
Roxy and Fitz looked drained. It was clear they'd spent all day searching.
That's Beck. I don't care who she is What happened? We were just helping look for Rollo. Luca, I need you to start telling me the truth.
Roxy's temper could often be dismissed as the impatience of an older sibling, but this was the most intense Luca had ever seen her. Her eyes were wild and unfocused, looking straight through Luca.
Running out of time.
In a torrent of rambled words and tears, Luca broke down.
Rollo and I weren't just playing in Weepwood yesterday. We were investigating the lights at the old Valentine warehouse. But someone was in there in a strange suit, and we hid in a dumpster and had a heavy bag dropped on us, and I think it was a body. So we ran, but we got split up, and I ran home. And it's all my fault. And now my best friend may never come back. Wow. Just wow.
Roxy, still exhausted and angry, softened briefly as her eyes hunted the ground in thought. With a determined sigh, she looked up at Luca.
It's not your fault, Luca. Rollo's gonna be okay, I promise.
Roxy drew herself up.
I'm gonna fix this. Luca, go home. But I want to help. This is too dangerous for a kid. Can't just sit around. I have to do something.
Roxy tried to think of the safest place to send Luca.
Go back to that little treehouse you two like to play in. Wait there in case Rollo shows up. Sound like a plan?
Luca wiped his cheeks and gave a quick nod.
You did the right thing telling me the truth. Now scoot. You really believe his story? What other option do we have? Things have been strange around here leading up to the festival. My dad has been acting weird lately. Well, weirder than normal.
Looking into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arms to warm up.
Why is it so cold here? This place gives me the willies.
Mr. Nuncree jumped with a start.
Oh, don't sneak up on an old fellow like that. Sorry. Who are you talking to? What?
Luca motioned to the phone booth.
Oh. I was just checking because I thought I heard it ring. The dang thing never does, of course. Yeah, I've never seen anybody use it, really. The whole thing's a waste of money, if you ask me. Any word from Rollo yet? Not yet. Long time for a boy to lose his way. Rollo knows those woods too well to get lost. Suppose you're right. Silly boy antics have the whole town worried sick. Antics? We all know Rollo likes to play his little pranks. You think this is a prank? What other possible explanation could it be? He's not playing a prank, and he didn't get lost. Someone took him. I know it. How would you know that? Unless... Luca, is there something else that you know?
Mr. Nuncree gently placed one of his substantial hands on Luca's shoulder.
Dang it, boy, if there's something you know, something that could help find your friend, you need to tell folks.
Luca peered up at Mr. Nuncree. Kind eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luca could sense something eating away at him. There was a shame lurking behind those eyes. A deep sadness. If Mr. Nuncree was that worried about Rollo, maybe he could help.
Yesterday, Rollo and I were messing around at the old Valentine warehouse.
Mr. Nuncreed raised an eyebrow.
Both of you? You were with Rollo when he went missing? Not exactly. I was hiding in the dumpster. The dumpster? What were you doing in there? At first we were looking around. Then someone in a strange yellow suit came and dumped something on us. We both got scared and ran. That was the last I saw of him. You got scared by some garbage. Well, that's why you don't go skulking in somebody else's dumpster. But it wasn't garbage. I think. I think it was a body. I'm sure it was just some trash. Oh, there was a name tag. It said Deep Engineering.
Mr. Nuncreed's shoulders slumped.
I wish you wouldn't have said that.
A deep sigh bellowed from his chest.
Uh-oh. Why did you have to? I tried, Luca. God knows I tried to keep
Luca
you safe.
attempted to take a step back, but Nuncreed's hand clamped down on his shoulder.
But you Van Horns just can't help yourselves, can you? We were all so close of being done with
With a
this.
firm shove, Nuncreed manhandled Luca into the phone booth.
What are you doing? It's out of my hands now.
The door latched shut with a mechanical hiss.
Crap.
As Luca pounded the glass, the floor dropped from under his feet. The inside of the phone booth was now a loose capsule plummeting at gravity's whim. Luca winced and pressed his hands to the walls. As he braced for impact, the capsule hurried to a surprisingly smooth stop. He felt a cold rush of air and opened his eyes with hesitance. Two large figures in hazmat suits occluded his view. Luca heard the deep, resigned voice of Mr. Nuncreed over an intercom. He knows too much. The end.
Good grief. Did I make the wrong choice again?
Wait. No. This isn't the end. I know there's still much more. Somehow this went wrong. Okay, let's try something else. This is a story about struggle. Luca could hear a machine humming somewhere nearby. He felt around wildly, searching for something, anything that could help. His hands found a hard object, maybe a tile? He yanked it free, lifting the cold stone. Let me go! Luca swung the tile as hard as he could at the shape that still held fast to his leg. He heard the crack of glass as the stone hit the assailant's mask. With a muffled yelp, the hand let go. Luca was free and scrambled to the door. He never looked back once on the long run home. Chapter 3. Everything's fine. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
I finished jarring a mess of jam last night. So you'll need to get that delivered into town today. Okay. So what did you and Rollo get up to yesterday? Rollo and I had things to do, so we just kind of poked around town. I've set the jam by the front door. There's 2 batches to drop off. One for Mr. Tolliver at the Bag and Wag. And another for Mrs. Fratelli at the diner. Oh, and Mr. Nuncreed? He said he wanted some more. I suspected as much. Yes, he seems to have taken a particular interest in my jam. There are some extras in the basket for that enthusiastic gentleman. Just make sure Fratelli and Tolliver get the ones on top. No problem. I'll feed you now while the day is still young. Hello, it's Juniper Hartford. Before you hang up, just hear me out. I have a business proposition. The simple matter is we both have the same problem that needs solving. Very well, we can meet tonight. Okay. Sorry about yesterday. Roxy can be so annoying. But good news, no more boring chores for me today. Did you make it to the old Valentine warehouse? So what did you find out? Give me the dirt. Something happened. There was somebody else there. Wait, who was it? Was it aliens? I knew it would be aliens. No. Zombies? No. Alien zombies. What else could it possibly be? Rolo. I've got to deliver these into town first. Then we can catch up later. Ooh, is it a whole thing? Sounds like a whole thing. Yeah, we shouldn't talk about it here. Meet me at the treehouse tonight. I'm not sure what this treehouse is that you speak of. Meet me at Mission Control. Oh, roger that, Space Cadet.
The road leading to Beacon Pines was long and uninspiring, a sort of natural barrier for the impatient.
If it isn't my favorite little jam runner. Hey, Mrs. Fratelli. Look at
She
you.
leaned forward and pinched Luca's cheek.
All skin and bones. Your gran not feeding you. She is. It's just... I understand. You know, I taught your mama how to cook back in the day. You may not even remember, but you and her used to help out in the diner. See that picture over there? That's you helping your mama back in the day. So cute in your little apron, running around taking orders. The whole situation breaks my heart with Eleanor. I've got a feeling she's out there somewhere, yearning to be with you again. Few things in this world can keep a mother from her son.
Luca shifted the basket uncomfortably.
Mrs. Fratelli lifted the cloth and inspected the jam.
And they even have my name on them. How
She
thoughtful.
carefully lifted out her jars of jam.
You tell your gran hello for me, Laura. Will do.
Luca squinted at the faded photo of him and his mom at the diner. Memories of that day came flooding back.
I'm ready to help, Mama. All right, little buckaroo. It's up to feed these folks while Mrs. Fratelli is away. I've got to deal with inventory before I can start cooking. Do you think you can handle taking orders in the meantime? Yes, Mama. Hiya, Roxy. Luca, I'm helping. Well, hopefully your work ethic will rub off on... What can I get you? I'm not feeling like a burger, so how about a chicken sandwich with bacon on top? Coming right up. That's not what I ordered. I wanted chicken and bacon, remember? Chicken, bacon.
Luca glanced at the empty seat across from Gus.
Stack of cold cuts topped with a sloppy chili. Cuts and chili it is. Cold cuts. Ugh. Here you are. Hot and cold. Luca, it looks like we're missing a few things. Why don't you run out and grab me some more ingredients? Okay, I'll be back. Hey Luca, what's up? We've got you on jam delivery, huh? Yep. Have you seen the new kid around yet? New kid? Yeah, came in from the big city. Her parents both got jobs here. But get this, one of them is working for William Kerr and Perennial Harvest. And the other one is working for Eris Valentine. And the Valentines represent Beacon's past, and Perennial Harvest has positioned itself as this town's future. Must make for some interesting conversations at dinner. I can imagine.
Eris Valentine, oldest of Sharper Valentine's children, and had a way of making questions seem like demands. Mr. Wilder had learned to assume that if he was hearing from Eris, it was because she had taken issue with something he had put in the paper. Mr. Wilder averted his gaze and began to polish his monocle. Kato motioned to the book in front of him. Luca checked the soles of his sandals. Mr. Nuncreed eyed Luca for a moment, then nodded it. Luca handed the gem to Mr. Nuncreed, and he nestled it with both hands.
Now I need to find one more. Mr. Tolliver. Maybe he's fishing. Mr. Tolliver is.
For a town that saw few visitors, the welcome was perhaps more grand than necessary.
Now we're back home. So where is Mr. Tolliver? He's not there. He's not at the bank. Not at the beacon. Oh, we have to go this way, maybe. Yep. I knew I forgot something.
Huddled at his counter, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining apples. More accurately, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining one apple. With a yelp, Mr. Tolliver fumbled the apple, flailing at the air as it fell. He leaned forward and lowered his voice. He leaned in a bit further. Mr. Tolliver leaned back, speaking loud enough for anyone to hear. He reached forward and snapped up the jars of jam, giving Luca a little wink. He leaned in for a final whisper.
Hey, you. Anchovies or pineapple? What? Don't think. Just answer. Pineapple? Why? How old are you? 12? Perfect, follow me. Who are you? Anyone ever tell you you ask too many questions? Just try to keep up, okay? What just happened? Hey, what a crazy coincidence. Here's my new friend I was just telling you about. Oh, that's wonderful. Yep, we just hit it off. Oh, really? Get this, his favorite pizza in the whole wide world is pineapple. Oh, and what is your new little friend's name?
Beck locked eyes with Luca. The look on her face was equal parts expectant and desperate.
Luca Van Horn, nice to meet you. I'm Nellie, and this is Iona. We're Beck's parents.
Beck gave Luca a quick nudge.
Oh yeah, Beck told me all about you. Already feels like we've known each other for years. So you both can stop obsessing about me making friends. Oh darling, we never doubted you. It's just that for children with fewer than 5 close friends, their probability of a stunted development doubles. Well, 1 down, 4 to go, I guess. What Nellie means is that we just want this move to be as easy on you as possible. You can relax. Friend has been friended. This calls for a celebration. Luca, you must join us for dinner tonight. Dinner? Wow, another coincidence. I actually already asked him and he said he would love to. It's just, Wonderful. In that case, we should pick up some groceries. You two don't get in too much trouble now. Wow, I can't believe that worked. Thanks a ton. You're welcome. I owe you one. My moms are great and all, but they can be a bit much sometimes. Our house is the little cottage next to that big mansion place. Wait, you live on the Valentine estate? Yeah, that's the spot. Meet me by their big creepy gate. Don't be late. Or I'm back to square one on the whole friend grift. Great, see you there. Morning, Jeff. What's so good about it? Another day further down the tubes, if you ask me. Come on now, it's not all bad. Festival's coming up. The festival. Old man Valentine used to put on cockamamie shindigs all the time. And where did that get us? Well, it's the perennial harvest putting on this one. And they're doing it for the whole town. As far as I can see it, difference between the Valentine Company and Perennial Harvest outfit.
Jeff dug through his pockets for a bit.
It's the difference between this empty can of soup and this brown banana. But those are both garbage. Exactly. So who all lives in that house? Eris and Gus Valentine grew up there, and Solomon moved back in a few years back. That creepy little kid in the vest? That sounds like the one. So just 3 people live in that huge thing. I bet a bunch of shady stuff happens all the time in a place like that. Not really, the Valentines keep to themselves. So it's empty and boring. Pretty much. What a waste. My mom says it used to be busier back before Sharper died. Before the fowl harvest. Okay, that's like the 5th time someone has mentioned this fowl harvest thing. And you all use that same ominous tone. Eventually, you're going to explain to me how the harvest got all fouled up. But we can't keep my parents waiting anymore. This way. Most kids would have ditched me by this point. Why are you still here? You look like you could use some help. You know what, Luca? You're not so bad. Let's get through this as simply as possible. Just eat, smile, and nod. Fun. Great. Whatever you do, don't bring up their work. I think I can handle that.
Beck took a long breath, then gave a firm nod.
Here goes nothing.
Chapter 4.
And that's where we're going to stop today, because we've had to replay Chapter 3 3 different times to actually get to Chapter 4. Apparently, I'm making all of the wrong decisions. So we will pick up this next time.